Lots of people want to know this about a member of the British monarchy, and more importantly, why. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. As ever, nice to see you today. Thank you also, by the way, for getting involved with the health check video that we made the other day about why doctors are invisible now. It's right, yes. Fascinating stuff, isn't it, that, when you find? Because, as I say, I'm not trying to antagonise at all. I present the facts. And it's interesting, as someone who recently themselves tried to get a doctor's appointment, and you're told, oh no, we can't, there's no doctors available, or it's busy. And you're looking through the waiting room window and you can see there's literally nobody there because they're doing Zoom phone calls or they're simply out. That's why now doctors more and more only want to speak to you on the phone or try and buffer it through the receptionist. Push back. You've paid for it. Do not forget that. If you've paid into the system, you are owed a doctor's appointment. I'll just leave that one there for now. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. This story is fascinating because you may have read it or you may have seen it, but you won't know this inside information as ever. We're first an exclusive here on the show. Now it would appear that we're going to have a bit of a rumble in the jungle from, of course, Mike Tindall, the ex-rugby star that lifted the cup way back in 2003 and then went on to marry and fall in love, of course, should I say the opposite way around, with Zara. Zara, the daughter of the Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne. Made a very successful union match indeed as well, and also a bit of a sideline career himself. It's interesting, isn't it, when you think about it, because, he does a podcast, he's written some books, he's been on speaking tours. I think he's very eloquent actually, and I have to say, as a fellow Yorkshireman coming from Wakefield in West Yorkshire, he's good fun, and he also had a lot of connections in the media prior to meeting Zara, because of course being in the rugby world he was used to doing interviews, newspapers, magazines, after sort of vision matches, that sort of stuff, so he did understand the media world better than most, shall we say. What's interesting though is, as he's obviously signed up, they're not confirming or denying yet, that's how these TV reality programs work, but yes, they've got a big coup. Looks like Mike will be in the jungle with a superstar singer Boy George from the 80s, a DJ called Chris Moyles that used to be big but nobody really kind of knows now. All the money, we can tell you first and exclusive though, has gone on Mike. In excess of £750,000 the company ITV are willing to pay him. They're confident though that they can get advertising on the back of him being in the show. And when you think, it's a clever move really, because this is possibly the first time that a well-known royal has ever really been involved in sort of a reality TV show. The last being, of course, It's a Knockout, which was co-produced by His Royal Highness at the time, Prince Edward. I thought he got badly knocked for that. He was just simply ahead of his time. It was a good cause, but ill-advised and ill thought out. But again, his mum, our late monarch, supported him. So, let's cut him some slack. 25 years on, you look at it and think, actually, it wasn't that bad, really. But again, different times. So what are they hoping for over in the jungle? Well, obviously, they're hoping that Mike will speak very openly about his royal life. Now, he has to be careful, of course, because cameras are 24/7. They will be miking and watching him more than any other contestant, let me tell you. He will be tracked from the moment he arrives. But why the big pay deal? Well, it could even surpass $1 million. That's because you'll get magazine spreads on the back of that once he comes out. If he becomes the winner, then he can get endorsements. He could make so much money. Now, a lot of people are saying, why is he allowed to do this? He's part of the royal family. No, he's not. They are financially independent. It's the way that they make their money independently. Yes, they live on the Gatcombe Park estate, but other than that, they do endorsements. They do, as we know with Zara, she has a horse career, a equestrian career, should I say. So there are different things as to how they make money. I'm not quite sure why he's agreed to this, because I would say it's the most intrusive of the reality TV shows, in my opinion. But of course, they would have liked him on the other one, Who Dares Wins, in fact, which is more of a physical challenge, to say the least. But Mike apparently signed up because it's something that they all watch together as a family every year, thoroughly enjoy it, and he's turned it down, apparently, 7 years on the trot. But this year, he feels more than ever freer, apparently, to get involved. Now, for £750,000 plus, ITV are going to want a lot for their money. So as ever, as we often say here on the show, be very careful, Mike. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.